Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Jennifer Lucy Tyler, and I'm here with my husband,
Jeff Tyler.
And we wanted to invite you in on something that we've been working on and discussing, and that is
being intentional during busy seasons.
okay, so we are both very, very busy. I have a tendency to be a workaholic. We're both working hard. We're both just working on different things. Like you have, Good Men Do Exist. I have Soul Circles and, other things come up, speaking engagements, what have you.
Right.
And we have just been super busy, and there are seasons where we're not able to do the date nights as consistent as we would like because we're on a mission. And so for those couples that are on a mission, we want to talk to you about just being intentional during those seasons and making sure that you stay connected and that you don't lose yourself, because it can create distance because you're doing all of these different things and you're busy. But if you're not intentional, you can start growing apart from one another, right?
And it's very easy. It's very subtle. It
Come on
doesn't
in the camera.
happen. Right. Let me scoot in. There we go. It's very easy to grow apart.
Yeah.
And I don't think couples who really love each other really nobody desires to do that. Mm-hmm. But life happens. And so because life happens, we have to make things happen with intention within our relationship. And it starts with the little things.
Yeah.
I really think the little things are important. I know for me, a lot of times I want to always see these knock your socks off, like big romantic events, when those things are great.
Yeah.
But I think one thing I've learned being married is the little things make the biggest difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be being intentional as scheduling a time to have coffee or tea in the morning with each other. Just scheduling a time to say, hey, babe, I wanted to call you and let you know I was thinking about you.
I love romantic notes.
Yes.
I love romantic handwritten
Which
notes.
I need to do more of that.
Handwritten notes, cards, and all that stuff. Well, you can definitely do more because,
we have our Be Your Own Relationship goals, which I need to utilize more.
Yeah, so that right there is very, very, it's one of the things that I really enjoy when you do that. Mm-hmm. And it's a way that we can both, because I can write you letters and stuff too, so I can be better in that area. But let's talk about the things that we are doing.
Absolutely.
That
yes.
help us to be intentional.
Right. One of the things that I enjoy is when we have prayer every day.
Yes.
If I'm driving,
we are doing that.
We are definitely doing that. It's something that I wanted to be consistent in doing. And so I love when we just call and say, hey, would you like to pray? And it doesn't have to be a long prayer.
It's not long and drawn out, but it's our way of just coming together to seek the Father together.
Yes.
And that right there is just so important for our overall unity in marriage. So just taking that time to say, hey, babe, you want to pray? Absolutely. And we just pray and we cover each other. We cover our day. We share what's on our hearts. And that right there, no matter how busy we get, is something that we won't let go of and won't sacrifice.
And I think what's very intentional and helpful is if we specifically ask each other, hey, babe, what do you want to uplift today?
Yeah.
What's on your mind? What's on your heart? What are some passions that you have? What are you concerned about?
Right.
And let's bring that to prayer, because when we do that, we're really being intentional about diving into each other's world.
Yeah.
And we want to both encourage the husbands and wives out there, or even if you're dating or courting, be intentional about asking questions that dive into your partner's world, because it shows them that you care.
So another way that we're intentional is we always sit and have dinner together. Every day we sit at the table and have dinner together. And those are times that we're asking those questions, where we're dialoguing about each other's day, where we are connecting, where we put aside the phone and we enjoy our food and we enjoy one another and just have conversation. In the midst of a busy day, 15 minutes to sit with your spouse, to have a meal and to communicate is so necessary.
It is. And try putting the phone away also.
Yeah.
Because in this age of social media and technology, communication has become a lost art.
And I've had to work on that. I'm a scroller. And so if you aren't careful, you just look up and you're at a table and you're both scrolling instead of actually dialoguing and having communication. And in busy seasons, it's so important that you make that time, and just make that time in general.
Absolutely.
To sit and have a meal.
That's right.
So what are some other things that we're doing?
We enjoy watching our shows together.
Yeah, but we're not overly like TV freaks and things
Right.
of that nature, because again, it's a busy season. But when we do take that time to watch a show or two, I think that's our wind down time. And
Absolutely.
I really love that time.
That's right. Wind down is very important because we have to be able to process. We have to have a healthy getaway, even if it's not a physical getaway, a healthy getaway for each other, where we take our minds off of the busyness of the day.
I just thought of something else. I get excited and I'm like, oh, I don't want to lose my thought. So something else that we do, even though we're in a busy season, is we'll take walks around our neighborhood together. Like we'll walk our dog together. We'll just walk around the block, walk around our neighborhood, and just process and enjoy nature and to just have conversation. And I love those times. I love being in nature with him. I love being in the neighborhood with him. And so that right there is a great way for us to connect.
Yes, and I believe all of these things are essential to preserving the friendship within marriage. I think one of the things that couples lose easily is the friendship. That's what the foundation is built on. Before we were dating or romantically interested in each other, we were good friends.
Yeah.
We had a solid friendship, and you never want to lose that. So I believe that doing these little things that we're talking about or that we're recommending helps preserve the friendship.
Yes. And another thing that we do during our busy seasons is sometimes if we're able to, if our schedules allow it, we'll have work days where we work together. I love leaving the house and taking our laptops and going to a coffee shop and just working together. Even though we may work on separate projects, just being out of the house sometimes is a different vibe, it's a different flow, and it's kind of like combining it's a date / work day. And so it's really cool to just, I love when we do that. We haven't did that one in a while, so we should soon, but I love being able to do that with you as we grind out together and do what God has called us to do together. And I love that. Like, to me, it's a turn on when we're both working on things together and just focused on purpose in Christ.
Yes.
And so working on that stuff together and having a work / date day is really cool. And I think it's a way of being also connecting as well.
That's right. So, there are many different ways that we can connect and that we can encourage others to connect. It never just has to be one way. I think even sometimes taking the time to process even current events sometimes, babe, what do you think about this issue? Or what do you think about this? And sometimes
and those are dinner conversations.
Right, those are dinner conversations also or anytime. But the number one thing is the communication, the connection.
Yeah.
And commitment.
And being committed to having that communication and connection no matter how busy your season gets. So we want to hear from you. How are you and your spouse or your significant other, how do you stay tight and stay connected during your most busy seasons? And even during the busy seasons, when you're able to, you definitely need to still prioritize that date time. I mean, you're never too busy to just not go on any date for the month. I know for us, there was a season where we were going on a date every week. And then there's busier seasons where it may be once every 2 weeks. But we still have it.
That's
we
right.
Still
we
have
have to
it.
keep that. We never lose that.
And I'm so grateful for that. So let us know what you all think. We want to hear from you, and let us know if there's other topics that you want us to discuss on Tyler Talk. Love you guys.